My name's Wade O'Brien. I run a backhoe for a construction company just out of Clifford. I grew up surrounded by some bad things in life, so I never had the opportunity. Well, I probably did have the opportunity, but I just didn't know about it. I've got 2 boys. I've got a family. Nowadays, everything is so the bullying and everything, and I think people just don't know about it. So it hits home to me because I was part of it. My kids run into the same problem. They come home from school and they're like, Dad, so-and-so saying this and so-and-so is saying this. And it's starting at a really young age. So I'd like to nip it in the butt right away, especially with my kids. I deal with a lot, I struggle with myself every day. You know, am I a good enough dad? And my kids, you know, getting what they need? How are they at school? It's just little things that, you know, pile up and pile up. I have younger kids at work. 24, I'm old, 46. These younger guys at work are, you know, start opening up to you and talking about, you know, problems at home. And they always say the same thing. I was like, I don't need any mental health, help. I don't need to see a psychiatrist. I don't need to see it. I am their psychiatrist every day, and they don't realize it. And then I explain it to them and they're like, oh yeah, you really are. So I get it every day. Again, I battle myself. I help the guys at work, my kids. It's around when you don't even know it's around. I think the fact that June is a mental health for men clashes with pride. It is what it is, but I think that there's just so much emphasis right now on pride that it takes away even from men's mental health being in June. They got to switch the month. We don't have parades. There's not a lot. Like, you don't see flags of, you know, my face up there going, hey, get better. It's all pride, which it's each their own. I think that it needs to be segregated and be a different month. I think there is the outlets for people. I think it could be a lot more. The whole mental health thing for men started like 94. 94 is a long time ago, and it's still, you know, this on a scale of where it should be. I think there's like 22,000 suicides for men and like 14,000 for women over a year. And it's like, no one knows that stat because no one really cares. I think it's not pounded enough into people's minds and known for them to know those stats to be like, holy shit, guys actually, they are having problems, you know what I mean? I still think there's that stigmatism around the fact that guys are supposed to be tough. I don't think society so much is doing it now. It's become a norm where a guy has to be tough. They can't cry, they can't do this, they can't do that. But society isn't taking it away. Like I said, back to putting more emphasis on men's mental health. Do something in June instead of, you know, we're doing this, which is awesome. But there's not enough. There's not enough. Literally, when you're saying of a man, you're thinking tough. You're thinking, don't cry. They did this and that, this and that. Mia, I cry. I cried friggin' Jumanji, the second version of it, just because I was happy that they made it out, and I've seen the movie 3 times. So society needs to do more. Guys need to just realize more as well. They can cry, they can show emotion. My dad never said like man up in the sense that, you know, I was crying over something stupid. It was more of I scrape my knee. I tell my kids, maybe it's wrong, but I tell them they cut their knee or they twist an ankle or something like that. It's like, man up, stop crying about it. It's not gonna make it feel any better. The difference is crying about an emotion will make you feel better. You can't just keep it inside. And, you know, my friends, it's the same thing. No one's ever said man up if I've reached out to them or, you know, told them about a problem that I'm having. That's an actual serious emotional problem. I've never been told that way. It's just more of a joke, and like, you cut your finger, man up, put a Band-Aid on it, put some glue on it, and let's keep going. My generation, I would say, it's probably the worst. Our parents were that old school, man goes to work, comes home, hey honey, where's my dinner, kind of on the table thing, right? And back then it was, the guys did that, and that's where it all started. I know my grandfather is that way. My dad really wasn't that way, but in my generation, yeah, 100% that people are stuck in, you know, I'm tough. I can walk around like I don't cry. You know, my girlfriend dumped me. The guys walk around like, whatever, there's a next pitch, you know, like, no, man, like, I know you're hurting. Guys think they're tough, and it's bad in my generation. Being 46, I see it all the time. I see it with younger generations, and it's literally just getting passed on. Guys got to realize that you're cool to show emotion, you know what I mean? Like, but I find it worse for my generation, and it's just, again, it just passes down, right? Growing up, I never actually heard of a guy, you know, going to get help for an emotional thing, right? June became a mental health month for men. So before that, there was nothing. If guys just reached out and did their own research, guys can go on Craigslist and find a prostitute, no problem, but they can't Google, hey, I need help. Like, it's the want of a guy too. And I think some guys just have the big dick syndrome kind of thing, and is like, no, I don't need that. You do, man. I don't care who you are. Everybody needs someone to talk to. Whether it doesn't have to be professional, it could be you, it could be me. If you're just there, like I said to the guys at work, they don't realize they're getting help talking to me or talking to somebody else. They just need to reach out more. they think that they don't have to cry, they don't show emotion, they're the tough guys. They got to take care of everyone. They need to be taken care of. You're putting on a mask when you see these people on drugs, and I feel bad for them because honestly, they didn't do drugs just because. They didn't go, hey, I want to do crack. Nah, it's usually an outlet to something. It starts off with that masculine toxicity, and then it just stems to drugs or alcohol or stuff like that, right? Guys just don't think they need the help, but I guarantee you behind some closed doors, they're crying to themselves. Someone will come be like, why are you crying? I'm like, oh no, man, it's got dust in my eye, right? Like it's a common joke with everybody says that. But yeah, I've reached out for sure. I've had a lot of childhood traumas from stepdads and bullying in school. It took me a long time. I was probably 40 when I finally said, holy fuck, I need help. And that's where it stems back to, like, I didn't know there was help. You know, subconsciously, guys, they don't think about the help. And then all of a sudden it just hit me. And I was like, shit, I need help. The right help matters too. I've been to a couple therapists and some of them just didn't work. It was just like, nah, this isn't clicking. You have to click. Some guys that do go in, they go in it and they're like, nah, this bitch don't know what she's talking about. This asshole doesn't know what he's talking about. And they just leave and they end it. You need to go down different avenues. You don't buy a Honda and say, oh, this is a piece of shit, so I'm gonna stick with the Honda. And just, no, you reach out and you try something different. I was seeing 3 therapists at once. I was doing a mindfulness, I was doing an EMT tapping kind of thing, and I was doing, I can hear the sounds behind me. So you start saying, hey, I can hear that fan behind me. I can hear that fan behind me and I can hear that car out there. I can hear that fan behind me, I can hear the car out there, and I can smell the grass over here, someone's cutting grass. And you keep adding to it, and all of a sudden, that bad thought you had in your head, you're not thinking about it anymore. You're like, it actually works. It might have been mindfulness, actually. I think it was a normal therapist. I was doing some tapping and the mindfulness. And it's the best thing that happened to me. I didn't love myself. I was going down avenues to find validity for myself when deep down, I'm a great person. I love who I am now, and I can pass it on to my kids and I can pass it on to everybody else around me. My therapist told me I should be a therapist. If I could touch one person just to say like, hey, fuck, I do need help, then we've done our job, you and me both. They have the same resources as everybody out there. They don't search for it. If a guy actually just deep down, I need help, what are they gonna do? They're gonna look for it. It's out there. I just Googled it and I found 3 people. I found 4 people, like men's mental health, or just who can I talk to? I just don't think it's advertised enough. I don't know how to get it into a guy's head. These guys always think like, oh, I'm a pussy if I go get help. No, you're a pussy not getting help because you're not helping anyone around you. You've got a family, you're not helping them. You're not helping yourself. Now you're being an asshole. Get the help, because it's just gonna help you. It's gonna help your day-to-day life. It's gonna help your job. It's gonna help your wife. It's gonna help your kids. And you don't think people see it, but they do. I think it's out there. It's just people think they're tough and walk around with their big chest out. It's out there, look for it, and you'll find it, no problem whatsoever. I'd say I took up Muay Thai training. Fighting actually helped me a lot. I've done that for a long, long time. It takes the stress out for sure. Everything goes away when I'm training. Nothing matters. Like I literally am in the gym for 2-3 hours and sparring, and afterwards I'm energetic. Whatever. I don't even remember what I even thought about. It's been amazing. Race motocross, again, another happy place. The bike, definitely nothing matters, and nothing can matter when you're on a motorcycle either, right? Because you're so focused. But it's just the freedom. None of this would matter if I didn't seek that help. So if I wouldn't have gone to the therapist and done that, this shit I probably would have been dead by now. I've never done drugs in my life, never smoked weed, never done any of that, but I get where adrenaline's always been my thing, and I get it, how a drug addict can be addicted to that high. And without that therapy, this stuff wouldn't have mattered. So my kids help. If I'm having a down day, I just look at my kids and I live for them. I don't want them to make the same mistakes I've made. I want them to be happy. So that helps a lot too. I'm really close with my family. I did lose my dad. I did lose my mom. When I lost my mom, I didn't have there was no emotion. I love my mom, but I wasn't happy with myself. But losing my dad, I cried the other day working out. I was in my basement working out. I just started crying because it was his anniversary. Bawling my eyes out, and it was fine. And then I was at work and I cried again. And the guy's like, you okay, man? I'm like, yeah, man, it's just hard time, my dad and stuff like that. And the guy at work gave me a hug. So like, there's no shame in crying. It's let it out. That helps, letting it out. You can pile so much shit in your garage, it's gonna fucking fall over. Put a bear in a cage, poke him. Next day, come poke him. poke and poke. You're gonna poke that bear and it's just gonna explode. And that's why you're seeing these people. Suicide rate of men are a lot higher. They're just, that's what guys are doing, is just piling their emotion on. You can't. Feel great about yourself. Everyone should. To get this out, to just talk about the little things. It could be just a little thing at work that I think my boss is a fucking idiot. I don't want to go home and bring that home to my kids and my family. So I'll talk about it at work and be like, hey, yeah, this so-and-so's, and he's like, yeah, you're right. And it's off my chest. It's done. I can't live in the past. The rain here that I was pissed off about, I was pissed off for 13 seconds because I can't do anything about it. You need to live for the now. Live for yourself for the now. The past is the past, but you still have to dip into it when you have problems and nip it in the ass, especially for traumas like myself when I had them as a kid. I thought I was over them. Start talking and doing this tapping stuff. I'm bawling my eyes out going, why the hell am I crying right now? I thought I was over this. It's okay to cry. It's okay to tell people how you feel. It goes back to just, you blow up a balloon, it's gonna fucking blow up, and that's all your emotion. It's like, hey, you're having a bad day, grab a balloon. Hell, something else, it's gonna blow up. And it's not for the good. It's, you take it out on everybody, you're gonna take it out on yourself. There is people out there that you can talk to, whether it be friends, or start that way. Everyone has a really close friend. I'm sure you have a buddy that you could tell him anything. I've been through it. I'm here for you, and I've had buddies say like, hey, wait, I'm not doing good, man. Dude, I'll call you after work. If you need me, call me before. And then I'll have that chat. I'll sit there for hours. I don't care. Life is way too short to struggle in your own emotion. Life is too short not to make every moment a memory, and a good memory, not just a shit that is going on in the back of your head. There is help out there. There's no shame in crying. There's no shame in admitting that you are emotional. Everyone's emotional. They call it, be in touch with your feminine side. Nah, it's not feminine side. It's just what's inside. We all have emotion. Again, teens, women, men, we all have the same emotion. Again, it's society saying, well, you're in touch with your feminine side? No, I'm just in touch with my fucking self. Let everything out. Be in touch with yourself. Because I know guys out there, those big dudes that are walking around, like I said, they're not happy. Everyone needs someone to talk to. Here, you find my Instagram. I have no problem talking to people. I would love to help somebody out, even if it's just to sit down and have a coffee. So reach out. There's no shame in it whatsoever. There's more shame in what you're doing to yourself than reaching out to just get yourself help.